Our word for this week is obedience. Obedience. You see the little picture right beneath me? That's a little picture called the keys to obedience, where you do what is right, you do it completely, you do it cheerfully, you do it quickly, and you go the extra mile, which is another expression that Jesus said, that if you really love somebody, you don't just walk with them the 1 mile they ask you to, but you do something a little bit extra. So for example, if my mom, when I was a kid, asked me to do the dishes, I not only did the bare minimum and washed the dishes, but I decided I'd dry them or put them away or maybe clean up the counter a little bit more. Just do a little bit extra. And that's ultimate obedience. A definition of obedience, it's compliance with an order, a request, or law, or a submission to another's authority. It's where I take myself and I say, I'm down here and you're up here. I'm gonna give up my time and what I want to do because I think you're more important. So obedience, it often goes with that relationship and understanding. 1 Samuel 15 says this, "Does the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as much as obeying the Lord? To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fat of rams." In other words, it's great as a dad to get a gift for my kids. I like it when they make stuff for me. It's really great. But what really makes my heart even happier is when they simply hear my words and listen to them and do what I say. I would much prefer that when I tell them to make their bed, that they make their bed, versus when I tell them to make their bed and they don't do it, but later on they come and apologize and they give me a little card. I'll still love them and forgive them, but I would have just preferred that they just would have done what I asked them to do. That really shows me love. And in that verse from Samuel, it really shows that it isn't about, making up and giving God like bonus points. But the ultimate way we can just show God love is just to listen to his word. Deuteronomy 8:6 says, "Observe the commands of the Lord your God, walking in obedience to him and revering him." As we follow Jesus, we want to be obedient. Try to listen with our ears about what God wants us to do, listen to his word, and we walk in it. We try to do it every day, not obeying a bunch one day and then giving it up, but trying to stay steady in it. Now we fail and we're sinful. We are not always obedient. So what's the good news? Romans 5:19 tells us how Jesus makes up for our disobedience. "For just as through the disobedience of the one man," that was Adam, "the many were made sinners, so also through the obedience of the one man, Jesus, the many will be made righteous." Jesus was perfectly obedient in our place. And so when God sees you and me through faith, he doesn't see us as being disobedient like we are. He sees us as being his obedient children, and he welcomes us into heaven. That is obedience. You do what is right, you do it completely, you do it cheerfully, you do it quickly, and you go the extra mile.